So hello guys, it's Flippingmarkets here. Welcome everyone. This will be today's trade recap video. I will just break down this trade I took minutes ago. And basically this was the only setup today that did fit in my criteria. Every other trade opportunity was just out of my criteria. So basically this was the only trade that was valid for me. But fortunately I booked almost 7% of this trade. So yeah, it's pretty good. So let's just break this trade down and let's begin in this region. Basically earlier this day I started the live session in this region. So price action was like this in the live session, and as I said in the live session earlier this day, I was expecting the sweep of this overall downside liquidity after the 15-minute demand tap, because this was a 15-minute demand zone right here, and price tapped this demand zone right here first time, second time right here, but it only mitigated maybe the 10% of this zone and also created liquidity inside of the zone. So this move to the upside happened in the lunchtime, and also this move happened in the live session. This movement to the upside was just a perfect change of character on the 1-minute chart, also on the 5-minute chart also, or maybe this was the 5-minute high point and price even changed that high point too. So it changed character on the 1-minute chart, changed character on the 5-minute chart, changed character everywhere with inefficient movement, as you can see, to the upside, and also swept some liquidity from this region. Here was just a perfect liquidity line. And just imagine how many stop losses were just above this line. Price swept all of the stop losses, changed character on several places, and created this really, really valid demand zone right here. Yeah, we could say it's valid, but actually it isn't valid because it was formed in the lunchtime time window. As you can see, it was just in the lunchtime. So what do we know about lunchtime? We can't trust any zone, any supply or demand zone that was formed in the lunchtime zone. So that's why I said in the live session that I was expecting the sweep of this fake demand zone, sweep of the downside liquidity from this region. As you can see, here's a perfect liquidity plan line also, here and here also. And I was expecting the deeper mitigation of this demand. And after the deeper mitigation, I was expecting the change of character to the upside and the tap of this 15-minute supply zone up here. This was the less recent 15-minute supply zone that caused the tap of this 15-minute demand zone. So yeah, basically, I predicted every single thing that happened today. Everything happened just like I said in the live session. Price swept the liquidity, changed character to the upside after the liquidity sweep, tapped the 15-minute supply zone, changed character on the 15-minute supply zone, and started to do bearish movement again. Basically, it did everything that I just said in the live session. So yeah, but here comes the trouble. After the liquidity sweep right here in this region, I was looking for a long opportunity because price swept the liquidity. After the liquidity sweep, it aggressively recovered here in this region, as you can see. Huge impulse movement to the upside. And I was waiting for the break of this high. And after the break of this high, here it broke with this movement. After the break of this high, I was looking for a demand zone that was that caused the overall break of the structural high point and swept the liquidity from this region. And actually this was the right demand zone, because the order flow started from this demand zone, as you can see. The inefficiency started from this demand zone, as you can see. And it was liquidity just above this one. As you can see, here are 5 equal bottoms. First, second, third, fourth, fifth equal bottom, equal candle in this region. And all of this liquidity was pointing to this demand zone right here. Also, we had liquidity trend line in this region, as you can see. And it's straight up in the video course, it's straight up in the PDF. It was just textbook setup, as you can see. Inefficient movement, change of character right here. Slow movements built up for the demand zone that changed character. Liquidity built up for the demand zone that changed character. Trendline liquidity built up for the demand zone that changed character. So it was literally textbook setup. But yeah, price didn't really want it to come back to this demand zone down here and just tap this supply zone up here right away. So we had to adapt quickly. After the tap of this supply zone, as I said in the live session, I was looking for short opportunities. Price created a change of character right here. As you can see, this was the last demand zone that caused the last break of structure to the upside and caused the last high point. Okay, let me just zoom in. I saw a lot of you guys took this trade right here and identified this movement as a change of character to the downside. It actually wasn't a change of character. As you can see, we had a downside candle right here that couldn't create a new high. Actually, this high point is below the last downside candle's high point. So the only valid change of character point right here was this one. This wasn't a change of character. This movement didn't change any character right here. The only valid change of character would have been this one. So I'm sorry to say this, guys, but you were just lucky after this movement. The only real change of character happened right here. And of course, right here after the new high has been created, because as you can see, this high point was body closed above the last high point. So the change of character actually happened here and also here. And we had a really valid supply zone, which was this one, because as you can see, a really huge inefficiency started from this candle. The whole a bearish order flow and inefficiency started from this candle that was led to a change of character on several places. So we had this really valid supply zone up here. Actually, I did set an order limit on this supply zone, but price never really came back to mitigate this supply zone. We had also liquidity for this zone. Here's the first tap, second tap. So it was a really textbook setup for me, but price just didn't feel like coming back up to mitigate this supply zone. And it was breaking structure continuous to the downside. So I had to adapt. Okay, let's see what happened. As you can see, price broke structure here to the downside and tapped into some sort of demand right here. Maybe it was this wick zone. Something did hold price and reverse price to the upside, and actually it did change character to the upside here, as you can see, also with wick closes, also with body closes. After a change of character to the upside, price created this demand zone. This demand zone was led to a change of character. After the change of character to the upside, price changed character to the downside with inefficient movement, as you can see. And actually we had a flip zone right here. Price reacted on this demand zone, as you can see, reaction, small reversal to the upside. And from this supply zone, price created another inefficient movement to the downside and changed character right here. It was a body break below of this last low point. So it was a right change of character. Price also created liquidity on this region too. As you can see, here's liquidity and created the other liquidity point right here. So it was just a perfect liquidity line built up for this supply zone. Okay, as soon as I saw this liquidity was formed just below this supply zone, I did set my order limit immediately on this candle, on the 50% of this candle, because it was a perfect equilibrium entry point. As you can see, the wick is bigger than the 50% of the whole body. So yeah, I did set my order limit on the 50% of this candle. I did set 1.5 pips stop loss, because if I would have set a 2 pip stop loss, it will be right here, and it isn't 1.5 risk-reward ratio trade. 1-to-5 risk-reward ratio trade. So it did not fit in my criteria. And also, this 2 pip stop loss covers this supply zone up here. And if price, let's say price comes up to mitigate this supply zone up here, there's a higher chance to sweep the liquidity from this region and reverse on this supply zone than just reverse simply on this supply zone. So that's why I kept my stop loss tightly, because if a 1.5 pip stop loss can't keep me in a trade, a 2 pip stop loss wouldn't make any difference. I hope it makes sense for you. So yeah, after this, I got tagged in the trade perfectly. Price didn't break the supply above, so I just created liquidity for the upside, as you can see, for higher supply mitigations later. So yeah, I was targeting this demand zone right here that I was talking about earlier. This was the demand zone that I was waiting for to be tapped after the liquidity creation. And this was just the perfect target point for me. Almost 1-to-7 risk-reward ratio. So yeah, basically that's the trade breakdown of today. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. I will send markups tomorrow before New York session. John will send the markups before London session. So yeah, wish you all a beautiful rest of your day. Wish you all a beautiful week and enjoy yourself. Take care, guys. Goodbye.